skin made them popular targets. They were thought to be extinct, and only in recent years has the city of awhile revealed that some took refuge there during this time. Their descendants still live today, fearful of persecution, gradually beginning to explore outside of Ella for the first time in ages. Ogre's most striking feature is their size, by far the largest of any intelligent race, the average at roughly 8 foot 4 inches tall, and most are nearly half as wide with muscle. They have a similar range of skin tones to humans, although grayer on the whole. Their hair tends to be dark brown or black, and their eyes run the gaunt from black to bright blue to purple, presumably a side effect of runic mistranscription. Their angular facial features invite some impolite comparisons to orcs, with strong jawlines, disproportionately large mouths and teeth, and squarish heads, but otherwise resemble those of humans. It would be remiss of me to describe the ogre's appearance without mentioning the intricate glowing pattern of runes covering their skin from head to toe, though the exact patterns and colors vary. Although they excel at physical tasks for obvious reasons, then the necessity of careful inscription has made their finger dexterity and penmanship rather impressive. Their limb movements tend to be slow and clumsy due to their size, and they tire quickly if they overexert themselves during strenuous labor. Their slow speech, incredible appetites, and lack of interest in arts or most scholarly concerns has led to a misconception that they are dim-witted. However, ogres, forced into studious tasks, have performed admirably, and one needs only look at their runic patterns to know the patient study and artistic vision they are capable of, if properly motivated. This may tie into the humble, duty-bound mindset that seems to be an inherent property of the species. Most ogres show absolutely no interest in leadership or impressing others, only completing tasks in the most reliable manner possible, and such strategies tend to be rather simple. While Shellor use of magic is arguably a choice, ogres have no such luxury. Their inscriptions are as crucial to their well-being and structural integrity as any internal organ, and attempts by Zigguranth to cleanse captured ogres of their runes have invariably led them to first collapsing under their own weight, and then their organs shutting down one by one. One can assume their natural infusions are just as vital. As such, ogre reproduction is a careful task. A newborn can live for a few months unaltered, but after this the parents must give their child a thorough regimen of runic inscription and herbal infusions. The parents typically perform this task together, using each other's runes as reference, and any mistake made in the transcription will affect the child's health and development, usually adversely. Though this is believed that transcription errors are responsible for mitigating ogres' once uncontrollable tempers, as such, the inscribed patterns are as much an influence on the child's development as the physical and mental traits of his or her parents. Due to the safety and comfort of Elvala and their mistrust of much of the outside world, ogres who leave their home do so for trade purposes, no longer using Shaelorn as couriers. Some have begun to enter the growing market of runes and infusions, and have proven to be successful thanks to their natural talent in this area. Those few who could be considered adventurers tend to pack up their things and leave abruptly, not for glory or riches, but because they see a recurring source of misery in the world and wish to dispose of it themselves as a public service. It is not uncommon for an ogre to sigh in frustration after hearing about a hijacked shipment of grain, head out, and return a few nights later with the blood of a once persistent bandit clan stuck to his club, and go right back to tending their crops. Interesting. Also, note from the master: minions! To my newest vampire. Burn, foolish adventurer, burn! Bet you're sorry for that flame spell now, aren't you? Suffer as I revisit it upon you. To the rest of you, there will be punishment. An adventurer got down to my bedroom and surprised me. I, myself, was hurt and almost had to use my special power. All is well now, and I am as dangerous as ever, but you shall suffer for letting him get so low. next minion I see shall be toasted with my marshmallows. When there were special... Where then were the special pits of doom I organized? Where were the poisons of my wights or the diseases of my ghouls? Indeed, I should slaughter all of you. And I would, but those who were most foully remiss were already slaughtered by the adventure. The rest of you, beware my wrath. Jeez, this rotting disease needs to just go away. Oh great, I can't cure it. There we go. Hey guys. Yay, level up! Okay, we've got level 5, see the threads, level 5, foresight. At level 1, this is good for see the threads, but at the health level goes up, so it would be better for invigorate. Let's max out this. And let's start getting this because some of these guys are really dodgy. Life 39.3. Hey, ant. Sure, open. Oh, hey guys. Ice worm. Alright, I forgot I had these piercing bolt arrows. I can shoot everybody. When I see them in a line like this, I just have to target the people in the back. Strawlight longsword. Anyone else out here? And blinds them too. It's pretty sweet. Never have arrows been so destructive. Looks like I have to hit them before they show up on my telepathy. Hey, where do you think you're going? Oh, I see. There's the other door. Okay, this is a crowded room. Ow. I like that response. Just, ow. Anyone else? Nope. this loot. Sneak thief strawlight ring of pilfering. Sounds like a good rogue ring. Let's see what I got. Good accuracy, armor penetration, defense, cunning and dexterity. And a disengage. That. You get rid of these two, they're not very good. Down we go. 2,000 gold becomes 2,100 gold. No. Where'd it go? There we go. Dead crackers. Oh, we didn't need that terrain anyway. No, you will not spin up your blades. What does this say? Note about undead poetry from the master. As an aside, I noticed one of my skeletons has amused himself by writing a poem about me. Whilst my first reaction was to have his bones crunched into dust, and what remained of his undead soul sent to the deepest depths of the abyss, I now realize there is some merit to this. Every great leader needs tales penned about his brilliant conquest. Therefore I now command all of you to write more poetry in my honor, praising my amazing powers, unrivaled leadership, unconquerable strength, etc., etc. Any that fail to produce works of sufficient standard shall be annihilated. So we're fighting an army of skeletal poets. Good to know. Also, Dreadfell is very big, by the way. Not the biggest, but one of the biggest. It's like the barrier to the other half of the game. Oh. Chop them up. It's Borefast the Broken. Thick skin hangs loosely from this short, shambling form. Tufts of hair sticking out from his chin give evidence of a once magnificent dwarven beard. Half his face seems to have been seared in acid at some point. The flesh melted away from the skull and an eyeball drooping low from its socket. There is a unique sadness to its eyes, and a slump of resignation into its gait. What proud hero of renown was this before he was condemned to such a terrible fate? I don't know, but he's pretty dangerous. Blank confusion. Blink blade! There we go. Got him. And he dropped a black mesh. Black interwoven tendrils form a mesh that can be used as a shield. It reacts visibly to your touch, clinging to your arm and engulfing it in a warm black mass. We're not going to use it because we don't use shields. Genocide. Varian was King Technor's captain and fought by his side in a great battle of Last Hope. However, when he returned after the battle to find his hometown burnt in an orcish pyre, a madness overtook him. The desire for vengeance made him quit the army and strike out on his own. Lightly armed and carrying naught but his sword, most thought him dead until reports came back of a fell figure tearing through orcish encampments, slaughtering all before him and mercilessly butchering the corpses after. It is said this blade drank the blood of 100 orcs each day until finally all of Maj'Eyal was cleared of their presence. The final orcs slain and no more were to be found. Varian at last turned the blade on himself, struck it through the chest. Those nearby said his body shook with convulsions as he did so. Though they could not tell whether he was laughing or crying. And a letter to Borfast from the Master. Ah, my dear Borfast, welcome to your glorious undeath. Your armor a cage, your hopes despair, your acts enslaved to my will, your soul mine to feast upon. How does it feel? Rather lovely, I like to imagine. You were a valiant opponent. Though you were a little threat to me, I do like to honor you with this special treatment. You do like honor, don't you? I know you wish to honor your people by defeating me and destroying my tower, and I'm sure you realize now that it was a rather vain endeavor. I apologize for what happened to that lovely suit of plate. I know I got a little worn during the treatment, and I'm afraid I really did need to find some of the locations of your companions. And certain pressures had to be applied. You weren't very talkative now, were you? But I soon made you sing, oh yes. Of course, I could have just used a little divination magic to find out what I wanted, but I do enjoy a good torture. And my, how joyous your screams were whenever the acid splashed against your beard. Oh, we did chortle, did we not? But no matter, I've had my best skeletal smiths work on fixing your armor, fit to be worn by my new champion. I hope you enjoy your new work. Approach it with gusto, that sort of thing. I know in your life you always dreamed of being a mighty hero of legend. But, well, what can be more glorious than this? You will live forever as my servant, destined to defend my throne for all time. You will be the envy of all lesser ghouls that shamble about my halls. Well, until you get slain by some dumb intruding adventurer, of course. But that's the beauty of you heroes. One comes in, makes a mess, and I get a new plaything to toy with. I wonder who shall replace you, eh? Until then, do enjoy the work and try to keep the place clean. Remember, I own you forever. The Master. So, Genocide. Two-handed greatsword. Tier 3. Telepathy of orcs, of course, so he knew exactly where they were. And the black mesh is an interesting shield. And that's level 3 done. But I think there's like 6 levels, something like that. We're gonna have to start disassembling some of these yellow items because I just do not have the space for them. Oh, a lost paladin. I'm sure the master wouldn't approve. A snow giant boulder thrower, huh? Well, so much for that. Freaking boulder throwers. When they want to, they can shoot pretty fast.